What's up?
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome to Lightning Liberty episode 11. Yeah.
It's episode 11, huh?
Yeah, I know. What? We actually made it almost to 12.
And if you reverse 12 to 21, that's how many episodes you have to get to be within the top 1% of all. Our guest is popping in and out left and right.
Here. Oh, wow. Well, we actually have a guest for once this evening. So we're going to have Jared from Revolution Solution and Limited Supply Design. And he knows a shitload, probably more than us, about Bitcoin. And he wants to tell you some ways to maximize stacking your sats and ways to secure it and things like that. And it may be multiple.
Look at that. He even hacked the stream.
Oh, shit. Holy crap. It may be multiple different episodes that we have him on because he's got a lot of information to share with us all. But on top of that, now that we're all like here and alive and surviving, hey, I mean, Brian survived like the lemur measles or whatever the fuck it was that he had. And we skipped a couple of weeks because I've been slammed with work too. But in that meantime, he's just became a published author of an actual Bitcoin book. So the ebook that he was talking about a few weeks back, he managed to get it published on Amazon. So you can buy it on Amazon and gift it to your relatives and stuff for Kindle.
For Kindle, it's only ebook, and I figured I had it done, and Josh mentioned it this morning in the comments of my show. And I said, why not? And I went on and kind of went through the process, and in half a day it was up. So yeah, it's a great stocking stuffer. It's up there for $5. You can buy it and send it to somebody that has a Kindle as a how to get started. Maybe as Brian Norton was saying, maybe they need to hear it from someone else instead of you over and over and over. So yeah, gift the knowledge of how to get started in cryptocurrency. It is not for anybody that's actually bought Bitcoin before. Well, I guess.
Well, I mean, if they're just new to it, but it's geared towards people who are just learning about it. They're interested and they're still kind of scared to take that first step and learn how to do it.
Correct. So cool. That's it. The link is in the video notes, all the comments, all the streams. It looks like it popped in there. So yeah, go over, buy it, $5. It's
so now we've got a co-host on the show here who's actually a published author in the Bitcoin sector. So
Aaron wants an autograph.
Nice.
I'll give you an autographed e-copy.
There you go, autographed e-copy, an e-signed.
E-signed copy. Send it to me as a PDF, and I will e-sign it.
Oh shoot! Well, but Jared's awesome. He's got a ton of shit to share. I've got his information with his itty bitty tip link in the show notes if you guys want to find all of his stuff. But hey, Jared, welcome on the show. And well, I guess if people don't know you, if people haven't been watching or following all these podcasts, who the heck's Jared, and what do you got to tell us?
Oh, that's as broad as it gets.
We like to say broad.
I'm a structural engineer by trade, so that's the day job. That's not the interesting stuff, as far as I'm concerned. I've said for a few years now, it's just the skill that makes the most money right now. I'm trying to build up others to take its place. Started doing a podcast, like 54 weeks ago now.
A little over a year.
Yeah. I got the 1 year anniversary notification from Anchor a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
So that's
been mostly audio, but I think you guys are starting to do some video and live streams now.
Yeah, I've just started doing live streams. I guess since I was on Scramblin' University, I realized just how easy it was working with StreamYard.
Oh man, it's been a game changer.
Went for it.
Like got me off my ass and made me want to actually do it because it's like I'm doing 3 things at one time and it's less work.
Yeah, for sure. I've only done 1 live stream episode so far, but I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Well, I think we're streaming live to your channel right now too. I believe.
Yeah, and we've been doing the after party live to my sources as well.
Yeah, and I know when I posted in Telegram, if you're not over there on Lightning for Liberty, the YouTube link, there's a YouTube link for Jared's channel, so you guys should go check it out and follow his stuff too, and get him some follows and check out all his stuff because he's got a ton on Bitcoin.
Yeah, hell yeah, we do. We definitely cover Bitcoin a lot on the podcast, which I guess I should also name Revolution Solution. Mm-hmm. It is on Fountain. That was not as easy as everyone makes it seem. That's one of my points. That's one of my points for the discussion today. But yeah,
how was it hard? I don't. Now I'm curious.
He ran into a couple of snags when he was setting it up. I remember that, but I think he talked to customer support, and they did get him taken care of in the end. It just took a little bit, didn't it?
Was it your email?
No, so we had been running for 10 months by the time I decided, all right, fine, I'll see if it's there, because everybody's just like, oh, you're doing your podcast and it's just there. It wasn't. So I went to Fountain's website. They had no clear instructions at all, except that they did link to the podcast index. And I don't even think the URL was like highlighted. I think it was just like plain text colored, but it showed up as a clickable link when I hovered over it. So I went there, found the podcast index, and it was like, just upload your RSS feed here and we'll get it sent to all the things.
So you signed up to podcast index instead of directly through Fountain, and it was
Fountain didn't have an option when I looked.
Yeah, weren't they pulling it from? Were you going to Apple Podcasts already?
Yep, for a year.
And it wasn't pulling.
Well, but see, the thing is, podcast index already pulls from Apple.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he was in the Apple,
well, probably what happened was he went to sign up to podcast index and signed that up. It was already getting it. So if you are just on Fountain, you can listen to anybody that's on basically Apple, because Podcast Index pulls that stuff in. Yeah. It's just not all Lightning enabled.
Yeah.
So he went and signed up with Podcast Index, so that basically claimed his podcast on the Lightning network, and then Fountain couldn't take that because it was claimed on Podcasting Index. It was double. It was like you started out that way.
Double dipped.
You started out that way on purpose with the bot on Telegram.
Yeah.
And then you had to switch, and you kind of had to roll over, so you were dealing with the customer service to begin with.
Yeah. Once I put it on the podcast index, it showed up in Fountain like next day or a couple days after.
No, but you still have access to like the funds in your Fountain wallet, or does it go somewhere else?
No, he just uploaded his RSS feed to the podcast index, not signed up for Lightning enabled through there, and then he ended up signing up for Lightning enabled through.
So it probably
once it's populated,
it probably duplicated it too, because I've seen that.
No,
I
think that happened still with, just the one.
Because that happened with the RTA when they were doing theirs. They got duplicated somehow. They got like double uploaded, so it was two copies of it showing up, and people were like tipping one and they weren't getting it, so they had to like figure out how to join them.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah. But hey, it's new space, it's new technology, and they're still figuring stuff out. It seems like though they're trying to keep up with the snags that do come up. Yeah,
I'm stoked that for a few months now the Fountain podcast is just usable.
Yeah, it's been.
I had, whenever I switched phones back in March or April, I was like, all right, I'll try this podcasting 2.0 thing out. So I'm starting with a new phone anyway. Went through and got resubscribed to every podcast I was subscribed to before, downloaded all the stuff that I was behind on that I had downloaded and everything. Before I hit play on an episode, don't do that. Try one first. I hit play and I was like, okay, this is kind of slow, because you couldn't actually download the episodes. You could just like save them. So it was slow. You couldn't do playlists. And there were no lock screen controls.
Yep.
And I was like, those are the three things that I care about like at all with podcasts. Right. And you've got none of them. So we're not messing with this right now. And then everybody decided to get on board in the summer. And I guess maybe, that kind of just washed across the whole podcasting ecosystem, and they were able to, get the coding power together to get it fixed up.
They were innovating it as quick as they could, but it was one of those.
It's three guys.
Well, right. Well, you can only code so much at a time, and they were trying to prioritize based on what input they were getting back from people, what things we need to focus on first, and what's most important to the most amount of people. And what was most frustrating for me, honestly, because I know Brian and we were like promoting before they did the giving away sets. We were in the Fountain game pretty early.
Oh, yeah, I missed that whole bit.
Hard. And, once people all started pouring in because they started giving out sats, which honestly, to me, I get it brought a lot of attention, but it was probably one of the worst things they could do as far as headaches.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But because everybody who was there was expecting perfection. They were expecting perfection. They're expecting a polished, finished product from a beta, or before beta. We just got in the beta from an alpha product. And, you know, they instead of going and using the feature on the app to give the feedback and suggestions, they were just coming to everybody's groups and bitching.
Yeah, it was an influx of people who didn't give a shit about Bitcoin and didn't care to, but they heard they could make money listening to podcasts. And somebody just said, this podcast app is great.
That's not the audience you want to bring to the platform. What I loved about Fountain from the get-go was, you know, I started getting a lot of engagement and listens and stuff, and it was people who were already interested in Bitcoin and value for value. You know, we didn't have to go and find that because that's the audience that was there. And they need to focus on bringing in more of those people and whatnot. And you know what? The rest of the world will catch up with it.
Yeah. Most people need to be led.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so all right, pull you off track totally. We're rambling, saying
free shit, give me free shit.
Oh yeah, we all dealt with plenty of that. Yeah.
I'm not earning my 1 cent this week.
Hey, you know, I love free shit, and I love sats, and I love getting the shit like that. But you have to put it in perspective too. And that's the other thing, though, too. When you are part of something that is new, you have to understand whether it's Fountain, Fold, anything like that. If you have a problem with it or whatnot, don't just bitch to random people online. Reach out to the people developing that app and the people running that service, because they want you to be happy and use the shit.
There's a big distinction too between value for value, such as Fountain and Fold, which I sign up intending to get rewards, which is the standard for using that service.
You know, if something was fucking up with Fold and you had a continual issue, you would go and talk to Fold. Send something to them and say, hey, look, you wouldn't just go, hey, I've spun the last 3 days and it just didn't give me my rewards. You don't just bitch about that in a group. You go and actually, you know, say something to it. And you know, I am not a programmer, I'm not a coder, but I've done enough little side projects and shit like that. I can tell you how extremely frustrating it is to have people not use your shit because they ran into a bug, but they didn't tell you about it. And then later on you find out, you hear it later, or you hear it from somebody else or whatever, that nobody wants to use it because there's this bug that you didn't know about because no one told you about it. They just show up and they're pissed about it.
Yeah.
How the fuck was I supposed to know it didn't work on your device, but it worked everywhere else if you didn't say it didn't?
Right.
So, and that's a lot of what was going on with the Fountain thing too, I think. And some shit was working for some people and not for others, and that's the weird world we live in. Like, you've got Apple and 15 different freaking Android operating systems going on at the same time, and nothing works perfectly across the board.
Right. Unless they've got a huge team behind it, and then
they don't know that though if you don't tell them.
Right. That's true.
It's like you got guys too who are like, I didn't get my 4 cents today. I'm using an ungoogled or a de-googled phone with like whatever fucking OS, and I'm like, dude, I doubt like your calendar app actually works on that fucking.
I'm on Graphene and Fold is fine.
Work over here, you know. So hey, you were talking about stacking sats though. You got like tips on ways people can maximize shit. We've all been trying to game Fold a little bit. We had like this t-shirt contest going on. We should probably cover. But what do you think's the best people can really kind of like throw some sats back right now, man?
So basically the can't think of the right word. The way I've fallen into using it basically is I'll typically use one particular credit card for most of my expenses throughout the month because it's got the most cash back just across the board. And then through PayPal Bill Pay, I can use the Fold card to pay off that credit card at the end of the month. Never roll a balance, obviously. So I get 3 to 5% cash back on the credit card just across the board, no matter what I'm doing. And then I make sure that I've got 1,000, 2,000, whatever the total ends up being at the end of the month in Fold whenever that card comes due. And I pay that all at once and just take one big chance on the additional percent back on top of the 3 to 5 I already got and paying it off. Also, so with Bill Pay,
cash back and then getting your Fold rewards from the balance you paid. Oh, that's nice.
Yep, I can do that with. I can do it with all my credit cards except Bank of America, because we've got different cards that that have good cash back on different things, and just have never paid interest on any of them. So we win.
Hmm.
Also, I can pay my home and car insurance directly with the Fold card. I think it's an auto pay.
Nice.
My electric bill can pay through PayPal Bill Pay, and my mortgage. So that's
a big chunk.
All that together is like 80% of my expenses month to month. And I'm trying to get my wife to stop using her Bank of America card as much so that I can maximize it further. Because we've had the Bank of America joint checking account for 5 or 6 years now. So she just sees that the number in that account as the money that we have, like knowing that we also have money set aside in different ways. But if that number's low, then she's getting anxious about it. And I'm like, I've got Fold here. It's still like usable money. We're still going to pay bills with it. What's that?
Just freeze that card. Freeze that card. Just give her. Does she have her own Fold card though too, or do you guys just have the one?
She does not. Yeah, we just got the one. But I can use it on like with. I guess I couldn't scan it with my phone.
Well, I was thinking that the other day too. Like for couples though, if they have individual Fold cards, there are certain limits to the Fold card. Like you ran into because you do a lot of Amazon being on the road. It was what, $500 a month?
About $1,000 a month for the 5% back.
Right. So if you say you expect to spend more than $2,000 or more than $1,000 a month in Amazon cards, you could, by having 2 people in the household, probably double that, and get that 5% back. So.
Yep, absolutely, Aaron. Just a mental shift.
Yep, for sure. I know, and that's the thing. Erin has been really concerned and was like kind of messed with her head this whole idea with using the Fold thing, but she started to use it a lot more and got more comfortable with it. You could see she's been branching out and seeing how you can game that system too.
Well, this morning we did our Christmas shopping for our nieces and nephew, 2 sets of nieces and nephews, and in-laws. We ordered on Amazon. I put the stuff in the cart. I had the money in Fold. I started just carrying a decent balance there, pocket money, gas money, stuff like that. I went, bought the gift cards, and literally copied and pasted them into Amazon. And I had more gift cards than the total. It just carries over in your Amazon app, in your Amazon account.
It just it's there. It's part of your balance.
If you put $100 card in and you spend $71, you just have $29 towards the next purchase. If you want to use it, you can even deselect it if you don't want to use it and just carry that balance in your app. So, I mean, it's almost like worth, if you're going to spend it, just every December for every first of the month, go in and buy your 10 $100 or your 4 $250, load them into Amazon. Now you have, it's in Amazon.
Yeah. Like for me, I don't have the right deposit, and I usually do the instant transfers. Every once in a while I get to that point where I was like, you know what, I'll eat the 1.5% because it's going to be worth it to me, but I'd rather get the Bitcoin rewards than not. But I try to maximize that when I can, especially this time of year when I've got more funds available. So I try to do that maximum. I try to do that $500 deposit when I can. So there's been a couple of times, like once a month, where I'm like, all right, this $500 goes to Fold. There's one of my free transfers right there, and that goes straight to Amazon.
Right.
Because I know I'm going to spend that much on Amazon this month. I'm probably going to spend more, but for sure I know it's going on my Amazon balance, so I may as well go ahead and capitalize on it now. There's a bunch of ways to do that. And the other thing about that too, while everybody's thinking about their Christmas shopping and shit to send, relatives and stuff, I noticed a while back. I did post about it in Lightning for Liberty, but you can buy all kinds of different gift cards on the Fold app, and you can get some Bitcoin rewards right back. But one of the best ones is that Amazon 5%. Did you know you can buy gift cards for other places on Amazon? So you might want, if you want to buy a gift card for Cabela's or some shit like that, and actually maybe the physical card and have it sent to somebody, you can buy an Amazon gift card and then buy the gift card with that and still get your Fold rewards for buying that thing that's not a full gift card.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about it like that.
I mean, if you think about it, if you want to give somebody a gift card, why not get fucking Bitcoin while you're doing it? And it's the same money. It's going to cost you the same amount. And you can even just Amazon basically drop ship it to their house if you have Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
There they go. They have a physical card for whatever you wanted to give them.
Oh,
and
if I
you
tried to
got
give my
your
parents an
5%.
e-card, it just wouldn't work.
Right. But so instead of them a physical card for whatever gift
Like
thing,
what? You
have
mean
your
these
5%.
numbers add up to $50? How does that work?
What? Let's do it online.
Is that America Online?
Do I need one of those flip phones to do that? Oh shit. Oh, so that's a lot of shit with Fold. Though, what other ways do you think there's to stack sats other than just gaming Fold right now? Is there anything really cool you're diddling with, or?
So the other main thing that I was doing, Fold has actually, it seems, has made it easier and cheaper now that you can literally buy Bitcoin instantly for free through the app.
Well,
obviously, I mean, right,
it's slow. You're gonna
price is locked, but you got to get it in 3 days.
Right. If you want to actually hold the coins and put them in your wallet now, no, you're going to be unhappy. But if you're okay with waiting a little bit and when it's going to be probably 4 days till it's in your wallet, yeah, it's cheap.
It's cheap.
It's free.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's free. Right.
Now, what we're looking at, check it out. The price may be a little bit higher than some of the other exchanges, maybe, but it's marginal. It's like in that 1% range. So
if you're DCAing, what fucking difference
it won't
does it
matter.
make?
It really won't. So I like
Fair
it so
enough.
far. I like it so far.
A 1% difference.
They give a survey on the thing where you can actually go in and say like what things you like about it and would improve. And one of the things I highlighted was like, yeah, it'd be cool if it was faster.
Yeah.
So,
but would you pay for it to be faster?
I don't know, but I'd like the option to be able to. You know, I'd like to see it be free, take 2 to 3 days, and then like maybe I'll pay 1% if I want it now. You know,
that is where my alternative comes in. So with Cash App, this is something that I learned over the summer doing different odd jobs for cash. You can go to 7-Elevens and some other different places around the country. You just go into your Cash App, it'll tell you where you can do it, and you just hand the person at the register dollar bills, and they take $1 from that as a fee, and then it shows up in your Cash App immediately. You can then buy Bitcoin. If you're buying over $200, the fee is 2%, and then do the free transfer. I've never had it take more than 5 or 6 hours for them to batch at the end of the day and send it out and hit my wallet.
That's that's my primary way of converting cash into either digital fiat or Bitcoin, because I don't want to fuck with the banks anymore.
You guys have cash?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Well, I get paid a lot in cash for work that I do.
No, I wouldn't. So, I don't think you do.
Well, okay. In theory, if I were to get paid in cash for things that I do. But no, I've done Walgreens, Cash App, Walmart, some HEBs around here. There's a shitload of places, and you just open the app, and it gives you a barcode. You can find all the places a map where you can go load it for $1 up to $500 per transaction. I do it all the time. I did a video one time on one of the Telegram groups, and I think I did it on TikTok.
How much cash is he putting in?
Is that
$600 per transaction? So you could do $550.
I think the maximum you can actually deposit at a time on Cash App is $500.
Oh, so
yeah, you're under the threshold either way.
But I mean, I did a short video one time where I literally just like, all right, I'm going to go deposit this. I'm taking this $100 bill and put it in Bitcoin. And I think the whole time span was 10 minutes from the time that I walked in with $100 and I had $99 in Bitcoin in my Exodus wallet using Cash App at $1.
You got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one.
But that's right. 99 problems, but Uncle Sam took $1. Yeah.
No, Dollar General took $1.
No, actually, it was Cash App. Dollar General just facilitates.
I bet Dollar General gets something out of it.
Probably. Who knows?
Per year reportable. It's not per transaction.
What are you talking about? The scrambling? Oh. What is he talking about?
The $600 reporting threshold is per year, not per.
No, you are not. What? Do you pay taxes? What?
There's taxes. There's taxes on cash.
There's what? I thought cash was money.
I'll pay them in silver ducats.
Oh, there you go. Doubloons.
Yeah. What's that
Oh,
shit? I
shit.
started seeing that. I immediately stopped using TikTok for like 3 days.
What the fuck? Oh shit! But no, I do like doing the Cash App thing. That's actually how I buy most of my Bitcoin anymore is through Cash App. It goes quick, and the other thing is if you buy it in cash, I don't hold it obviously in Cash App. I may hold like a small amount, but like I'll pay people that I know use Cash App in Bitcoin with Bitcoin through Cash App. And like Jack was saying on his podcast the other day, because it's just an accounting change, there's no fee because it's inter-network. I like doing that. That's easy, but I don't keep a lot there, and I just move my shit off to a third party wallet. And I've never had a problem doing it. I know, Jared, you're not a huge fan of Exodus, and I'm sure you're going to go into that at some point. I was going to ask you,
it's
have
on
you
the
ever
list.
used, what's your thoughts on Blue Wallet? Have you used that?
Yep, I like it.
You like it? How about for just
Yep.
regular on-chain Bitcoin? I just started trying to
It's
fiddle
better
with that.
for on-chain Bitcoin.
I kind of like it too. I had been using Exodus for quite a bit, and I don't mind it. I know it's probably not as secure, but you think Blue Wallet's probably more secure than Exodus?
Anything Bitcoin only inherently has fewer security holes.
It's the shit coins that you're worried about, those other backdoors into it through whatever.
I don't know what those fuckers are putting in the code.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I feel you.
I don't care to know. Blue Wallet for on-chain is fantastic. For Lightning, it's custodial.
Well, you can even make multi-sig wallets on Blue Wallet too.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm not going down that road.
But freaks me out in Blue Wallet. But I have the XPubs to my offline multi-sig imported into Blue Wallet, so I can still receive to my offline storage from my phone.
That's my favorite part about Blue Wallet is I can fucking link every goddamn Lightning wallet that I have on the Telegram tip bot, on Alby and everything to Blue Wallet. So I just have all my fucking Lightning wallets in an app. That's like my favorite thing in the world. Pretty much, if you can link anything to it, if you can link to that Lightning wallet in any way, Blue Wallet will do it.
Yeah,
just like Alby will too. I have them like in the same thing. I have all my wallets on Alby. I have all my wallets on Blue Wallet, so I can get them either mobile or on the desktop. Yeah,
Blue Wallet with Lightning, just like Wallet of Satoshi, is custodial.
Yeah,
you don't hold your Bitcoin. Someone else is holding your Bitcoin. I don't like that. I like Phoenix for Lightning network payments because it is still custodial and I'm connected to my own Electrum server.
Okay, yeah, that's the other thing though too. It's like I don't run a node because I don't have the connectivity to run a node. But have you ever played with Blixt wallet? BLIXT?
Nope.
Okay. It's interesting. I think it's still kind of beta. I don't put a bunch into it because I don't know I trust it that much because it's still kind of being worked out. But it basically runs a lightweight Bitcoin node on your phone. It's an Android app. Takes a decent bit of space, but you can put it on an SD card, and it runs a Bitcoin node. You got to do all your same shit. You've actually got to like open channels, like Lightning channels and shit. But you can do
so it's a Lightning node.
It will do Lightning. I think it'll do on chain and Lightning. Yeah, but it runs a lightweight node on your phone on the actual app. It's a wallet and a node. Now you're not going to do a lot of like transactional shit. Like you're not having people like connect and use your node, but it's like that outgoing node. You still have to open channels and stuff. So it's been interesting because all those like node things you have to learn how to do. So I mostly have used it like a learning experience and just kind of chewed on it, but I haven't done a ton with it, especially lately in the last couple of months.
Yeah, it makes my antenna vibrate.
Right. Well,
not a fan on the surface. I need to know a lot more.
Oh, for sure. They've got a Telegram group with a lot of people. They're really active in there. I don't keep up with it, but you can check them out too. And they're always in there chattering about all the different transactions going through and if anybody has a bug. So it's an active thing. They're all working on it. It's like a community project. I think they're based out of Sweden or Germany. I'm not sure which, but they're kind of on par with the Alby guys with how active they are with their community.
Neat.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, another cool one to check out. But Don't do that if you don't have some extra space on your phone, because I need to delete some apps to make room for it.
The actual data connection for a node is very little once you get the initial block download completed.
Yeah, I can't keep an internet connection like solid connected at the house.
Could you go to somewhere else to do the initial block download and then just keep up with the 10 megabytes per 10 minutes?
Maybe if I fiddled with it, but I don't know. One of these days I might just get Starlink at the house, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be worth it or work here. I wasn't going to put $600 into it, but well, now that I know it works for Brian and he's in relatively the same geographic area that I am, I could probably make it work. So.
It's moving this way too.
Yeah,
it's moving east.
It's getting better, so yeah.
Cool.
But no, I've seen it for years and I thought about that, and that would be the solution for us. But I wasn't going to throw $600 down on equipment when, you know.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's a lot to spend when you don't know how it's going to perform.
Okay, that's fine. You can blame me all you want.
I blame you completely.
Right. It's all my fault.
It is.
Oh, shit. Shit, what time are we running on this?
6:30. 5:33.
I was going to say, where do you want to go next?
Well, I don't know. You got a shitload of notes. What you want to do?
I got that page and that page. They're not like full-size pages, so I kind of fibbed a bit with 2 pages of notes, but it is literally 2 pages. They're just not like full notebook sheets.
Well, you pick something, or we can pretend to throw darts and.
Okay. All right. This one's a very general note, just like we started. All I wrote in all caps was discuss the fucking downsides.
Of what?
I feel exactly. Things like Casa and Unchained were the reason for me having written down the note. Everybody kind of just repeats the marketing messages from a lot of these Bitcoin companies without taking one step further to explain to somebody potentially new to Bitcoin that's going to follow your advice because you're you, to just say, all right, here's a potential downside and why you might want to do something a bit different.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see that for sure. There's obviously going to be downsides when it comes to using a service like that. So what would you say those downsides would be, though? What would be the major things to really look at?
Step 1, everything has trade-offs.
For sure.
Obviously. Nothing is perfect. So it's like when you keep on a custodian, you're trusting them with the entirety of what they've got for you, right?
Right.
They could rug pull at any moment. So you take that responsibility onto yourself when you take self-custody. But that also comes with the responsibility of key management and not handing it over to someone else.
Right.
Right? Trade-offs. So Casa scares the fucking shit out of me. It's a 2 of 3.
Deeply into them, so.
It's a 2 of 3 multi-sig.
Mm-hmm.
Casa holds 1 key. You hold 1 key. And the third is generated by a third party they have chosen and stored in the app.
A third party they have chosen. That sounds really
sounds like they got 2 out of the 3.
Kind of, yeah.
It's just like your bank account. It's a 2 of 3 multi-sig with you, the bank, and the government. You've just brought fiat to Bitcoin. And nobody that I've heard speak positively about Casa or Unchained has a similar setup, has mentioned that like you literally don't have a quorum of keys.
Okay. See, I hadn't looked into them enough to see that, but yeah, that would raise some red flags for me. I want access to the majority of those keys. I don't want anybody to be able to team up and take my shit.
I don't want any Bitcoin company holding one of my keys, knowing it's one of my keys. That's like the worst case scenario.
I can see that.
You're on an exchange still, but you have the illusion of safety. So you're going to act differently than if you were hearing everybody say, get the fuck off the exchange. You're like, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I took it to one of my keys and 2 of Casa's keys. I'm safe now.
Mm. Yeah,
don't like it.
It definitely would add some confidence, and that could be misplaced confidence. Yeah. I mean, I think personally, I would rather do a multi-sig and have people that I actually know and trust like have one of
Exactly.
have two of three that I keep in separate locations.
Yep.
At least I get to choose who that third party is if I decide that I want someone to be the custodian of this one set, and I still hold the core.
So it's better than that. The way I set up my vault was basically following the Yeti Cold level 3 setup. Keys were generated offline and stored to paper and disk backups. They were put into manila envelopes that are just labeled like my name and my wife's last will and testament, hand deliver only, do not open. Given to family members that have no idea anything about Bitcoin and just told, keep this safe, keep it with your other important documents. Now I've got keys distributed across the country. No one or probably even two events of almost any size are going to take out a quorum of keys. And I have to,
you're gonna have
this is meant for the long-term storage.
Okay.
What's that?
I say you're going to have relatives that'll just open an envelope one day and you've got like 12 or 24 words and they don't know what it means.
Yeah, they'll have 24 words, which are one of the 7 keys. And there's a full set of instructions for recovery.
Okay, but you did put instructions. Okay, I was going to say, you can't always rely on your folks that are surviving to understand, I guess, about what Bitcoin would be.
Yep. I went over it with my wife before the instructions were included in the packets to make sure that she understood as my most likely survivor, and just completely has had no interest at all in learning about Bitcoin, and it made sense to her. I mean, she'd seen me go through the setup process multiple times because I've had to completely wipe and restore my Node computer 3 or 4 times.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Even more fun.
Yeah. But a multi-sig is not scary. You generate a key the same way you do with any wallet, and then you do it 2 more times, and just make sure you have all the XPubs included with each of the sets of seed words, and then put them in different places so that you're not still basically a single sig. If you put them all in the same safe, you've gained nothing.
Right. That's efficient. Essentially, it's just the same as putting your shit in your bank account and expecting it to be good.
Yeah, a bit of a step up from there, but still, any one theft or natural disaster takes out all your keys.
Well, if you think about it, you don't have what he's doing with light over here, but you don't even have insurance at that point. At least if it was in your bank account, not that I'm saying it's a good thing, you'd have FDIC. But if you lose your Bitcoin from your single, you got your single fucking key and it's gone. It's gone. You have
the government will not rob your neighbors to get back your lost Bitcoin like they will your lost dollars.
Exactly. So that's why I mean it's everything's a trade-off.
Yes. When you can't rob your neighbors to recover anymore, you've got to take responsibility.
Yep. If you get robbed, then you better go rob them back harder. That is not my advice. Just saying. Oh shit! But so when it comes to that's obviously huge advice when it comes to on-chain. But is there anything that somebody could do, say, from the Lightning side, to secure their funds a little bit more than I know you don't want to keep a huge amount in a random Lightning wallet, but I'm a lot less worried about somebody else being the custodial of my funds when it's like $50 in tip money.
Right. So, if you're keeping it in small amounts,
we can make there. If you want to keep a significant amount of money, how would you do it?
So you've got to pick up a wallet that's not being held by a third party. Mm-hmm. So Blue Wallet holds your funds for you. Wallet of Satoshi holds your funds for you. Mm-hmm. Phoenix is self-custody. Yeah. They will do channel creation for you, basically serving as your connection to the Lightning Network. So you can enable that to whatever degree to allow them to establish channels for you. It's also the async node, which is one of the most well-connected in the Lightning Network. And additionally, with Phoenix Wallet, you can connect to your own Electrum server. So I've always I'm the one feeding me information about the state of the chain. I'm not relying on someone else to tell me whether or not Bitcoin coming in is real, whether all the Bitcoin I'm receiving is all that I am owed, etc.
Makes sense.
And it's over Tor.
Nice. I had looked at Phoenix early on when I was really exploring Lightning, and it felt unfinished or like hard to use or whatnot. So I kind of like let it slip to the side while I was digging in, but I haven't circled back to it. And I know a lot have changed. There's been a few that I've kind of just let slip. I sort of settled on Blix for the self custody a little bit, but maybe I need to check Phoenix out again.
Yeah, it has some connection issues at times for me, and I don't know if that's Graphene OS, my node being over Tor. Tor's been having ton of issues for months.
Well, you're the guy
my
with the
internet's had issues lately
nothing
too.
wants to work for. Okay.
No, everything, for the most part, everything works fine.
Right.
It's better than it was on my iPhone that I switched from, because the iPhone was
it's
like
obviously
8 years
better than
old.
an iPhone because it's not an Apple. So
it's not an iPhone.
That's facts.
Yeah, we just lost half our audience. No, I'm just kidding. Oh shit. But shit. I mean, we're coming up on the hour there.
We're on the after party pre slide.
We're getting ready to roll into that. So I mean, I think we're gonna have to do this again. I'm sure you got a whole lot more shit to share. And
I do.
Hell, we've got
weeks.
We got some catching up to do. So yeah. But, hey, before we wrap everything up, do we want to talk about this whole T-shirt contest we threw out before everybody just abandoned the show and everything like that? Where are we at with that? Are y'all out there stacking some sats on fold?
Yeah,
I think I'm still in the lead as far as I've seen.
Send us your post in the Lightning for Liberty Telegram group. Post your referral link for your spin squad to get entered in for the one T-shirt, and the other one, post your biggest single reward. I think if you go to your rewards tab in the app and scroll to the bottom, it shows your biggest one-time reward, and you can just screenshot it. And if you don't want to show it, you can send it privately to any of us. And
don't brag about that shit. That's you can screenshot that and crop it, and you don't show any actual.
There you go.
Nice. You don't show any actual information about that.
He's gonna win his own T-shirt.
I know he is. He is. I mean, I almost feel like we all three have to like be excluded or some shit because it's like not fair. But no, I mean seriously, guys, go play around with it, check it out. It's gonna be a cool couple T-shirts. So.
Yep, designs have been made. This computer is not fast enough. Yeah,
I know we kind of like teased them a little bit the last time. If we finalize those designs, but
I don't know. I've been so out of it for 2 weeks. I don't even know.
He's been over here.
Brian's been under a rock.
I've had the COFIS.
He's got the brain COVIDs or some shit like that. Like
I couldn't even.
He's got what Biden's got.
Monkeypox.
Yeah, I did. I kind of felt like that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I was kind of staring off into space and shaking people's hands physical and shit.
Good stuff. I'm trying to see if Design Space will open right now. I don't know if this computer will open that and StreamYard at the same time.
Gotcha.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, if you got pics of it, we can post it up in Lightning for Liberty. And if you're not following us in Lightning for Liberty on the Telegram group, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, you're not going to get a T-shirt.
Yeah, right. It's a pretty good group, though. We got some good conversation over there. Jared just started a group on Telegram today for his podcast and stuff like that. And we did post, I think, that link in the chat already.
Yeah, it's in there.
So it's up there. If you
I think Jared was starting beef today too in the chat, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Did I start beef?
I think so.
I don't know. There might be.
Okay, we'll go with that. It's better for the story.
Damn, he's starting.
I'm punching up.
He's like, man, I'm going to disagree with some big names here. I'm telling you what. No, I like it. I like it. That's fine though. But that's the thing. If you know what the hell you're talking about, get out there and talk about it. So that's what the groups like that are for. We're all there to learn. Nobody knows everything. So put your shit out there. And same goes to everybody else. And along that lines, if you got something that you want to talk about related to Lightning and Bitcoin and shit like that, let us know. We'll get you on the show.
Yeah, scroll back up to the top of the comments and buy my book.
Yeah, go buy a fucking book. Yeah. I mean, it's $5 on Amazon.
I tell you to use Exodus, but yeah, that's just to learn how to send shit back and forth. After you get comfortable doing that stuff, then start listening to Jared and
really hold your
and
shit.
Really hold it securely. Like my shit is not for anyone that's not a beginner and just going through the motions.
It's like
learning how to send a Bitcoin transaction does not qualify you for locking down your Bitcoin in a vault. I don't think so.
Yeah, no,
it's a good first step.
Yeah, I mean, you got to walk before you can run, and once you're not going to enter a marathon in your Walmart tennis shoes. So you got to learn how to put your shoes on first. Unless you're Brian, then you learn how to take your shoes off.
Yeah, you learn how to take your shoes off.
Take pictures of your feet and make money from them. So
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So
living the dream.
Find him on onlyfoots.com.
Only feats.
Only feats. That's right. Onlyfeats.sats or whatever.
Oh yeah, only sats. I got a bunch of lightning. I forgot I bought all those. Right before I got sick. I bought a bunch of only sats domain names. So I got a bunch of.
He's trying to find lightning programmers.
Yeah,
we're gonna make an OnlyFans clone.
We're gonna make a clone OnlyFans.
Nice.
I got onlysats.shop, so we can make an only lightning network, like a public square.
I don't know what he's got. Who knows? He bought like feetsats.porn
or whatever. I bought all sorts of sat stuff.
Yeah.
Need to get those developers rolling. So, but
right.
Anyway, I gotta run in and eat dinner here before the after party.
Yeah, and I'm gonna roll on and try to zoom into the after party here at the tail end, a little bit closer to the old casa. So, thanks.
Don't use casa. It's a
not that casa. My casa. Mi casa, not su casa.
Oh,
Nice.
Man. All right. Well.
All right.
We will see you next week on episode 13.
It'll be 12 next week.
12.
12.
Lucky
Yeah.
12. Lucky 12.
Yeah.
So, probably have Jared back on to talk more about his list.
Most likely.
Yeah,
So,
I'm here for it.
stack some stats on fold and let us know about it. So,
All right. We'll catch you guys later.
catch y'all later.
Peace and love. Run naked.